Christianity begins on Monday. We were holding a session for bank management, about 200 people. And then we got to a live session, and I was asked to speak. I spoke for 5 minutes. And I'm telling you, everybody began to cry in that auditorium. I'm not talking about dabbing of tears, and people who are weeping. And I'm looking at this phenomenon, and I'm wondering what is going on here. They started crying, so I stopped the meeting, sent them back to their hotel rooms. And they, for 1 hour, and I said, when you finish crying, please come back. They got to their rooms and started weeping, and came back and began to give testimonials. Somebody wasn't talking to her father. She called her father, and they reconciled. One family was divided. She called her husband, they reconciled. And they are weeping and weeping and weeping. I'm talking about real crying. In all that, we call it the weeping phenomenon now. Because we've seen it once, twice, thrice. It's happened so many times. Now, the first time it happened, I too sat on the floor and I started crying. Because I didn't understand what was going on. Because I didn't understand Jesus as a logos. And that you could take God from church on Sunday to work on Monday. I didn't know that. And that the real Christianity is not what is going on in church on Sunday. That is just equipment. When we come to church on Sunday, Pastor Kudu equips us. But that's not the end of Christianity. Christianity begins on Monday. Now, what Christians used to do is to say, I'm not corrupt. I don't steal. But there are unbelievers who don't steal. There are atheists who are stronger morally than Christians. It's the ability to carry Jesus and understand that Jesus has a rational dimension. He understands physics. He understands strategy. He understands marketing. MTN had just informed. And they were asking for those who would, sell their airtime. They went to Europe and they met this company. And the company has an airtime vending machine. 2 Europeans came into the country and wanted to show me the machine. And I said, they don't need to show me that. I don't understand vending machines. I understand strategy. I understand branding. But I don't understand vending machines. And they insisted on showing me. They came to my office in Victoria Island. And we sat in a conference room. There were these 2 gentlemen who incidentally were Muslims. And there were 2 Europeans. One Eastern European, one Western European. The Eastern European guy cannot speak a word in English. Not word. If you want to kill him and you tell him to save himself, he can't beg you in English. It was horrible. We're having this meeting. And as we near the end of the meeting, something happened. A silence entered that auditorium, that meeting room. I didn't say we went quiet. I said a silence entered. The silence was so much that even the fridge stopped whining. Suddenly, that Eastern European guy, the one that can't speak a word in English, he got up and began to prophesy in English, perfect English. He said a number of things. And then he finished prophesying, sat down, the room went back to normal. And this guy went back to bad English. Now I'm relating it to you and it sounds so easy. But I'm telling you, we were all scared. I couldn't tell my family for 3 days. And when Oyinkan Olakunrin was with us, he was struggling with Christianity. All these rational, atheistic beliefs and everything, questioning faith and everything. That night, she knelt down in that office and said, Mr. Alder, pray for me. I want to give my life to Christ. I'm telling you that there are things that are possible. That signs and wonders are not limited to church. That word of wisdom and knowledge is not limited to church. That prophecy is not limited to church. The spirit of this God is about Melchizedek, the priest-king equation. Where you are both priest, hyphen king. Now what the devil wants to do is to remove the hyphen from you as a man. So that you're either a priest or a king. If you're a priest, you stay in Jerusalem. You just stay in an enclave. If you're a king, you just stay in the world. What God wants is a man who understands spirituality and who understands the secular dimension and can match both together.